So ZZZ this time around went with a double attack character perspective of putting in both Seed and Orphie being attack specialty characters, which I feel attack specialty kind of takes a little bit of a backseat to anomaly proficiency type characters because, well, anomaly characters freaking clap. Like, we got Miyabi and we also have Yi Xuan. We have other anomaly characters that do incredibly well, like Yanagi and, of course, Vivian. And it's just tough to beat anomaly DPS characters. However, I will say that with the introductions of Seed and Orphie, there's a little bit of funness between them. Seed is a little bit fun because, well, you get to drive around a mech and do some good damage alongside other attack specialty characters. And of course, Orphie not only has that whole like attack aura about her, but she's gonna be a decently fun off-field DPS character. And we're gonna dive into if you should summon for Orphie in ZZZ. And I think that honestly, it's gonna be a little bit difficult for me to say it, but we're going to leave that till the end. But I digress. Like, comment, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Orphie and Magus. And definitely check out, obviously, Gamer Subs. Use code TYSTRA for 10% off of your purchase. Help me get more purchases. I want to see you guys, you know, buying a bunch of Gamer Subs because this is a company I like being a part of. I love everything that these guys do, and they're fantastic, lovely people to deal with. They deserve all the support as well. So make sure you use code TYSTRA for 10% off. Help me get to the Cup of Destiny, and let's go ahead and dive into today's video. Now, first things first, I want to take a look at Pride Wins tier list because, again, this isn't the end-all be-all, but it helps me kind of gauge, like, what we're all seeing. And honestly, I'm not surprised. I definitely agree with Seed being in the tier 1 position because, well, Seed in the tier 1 position, she's not really doing all that much crazy DPS. I do think that she could be decent in regards to everything, but overall, I don't think that she's going to be beaten out any of these characters up here. And honestly, like her being on the same wavelength as Jane Doe, which Jane Doe definitely got a massive boost, and with the introduction of Yuzuha, definitely agree that Seed is right over there. Honestly, like tier 2 and above is still very, very good. I think that honestly a lot of people think that if you're in the meta thing, you're just horrible. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that all these characters do very well. But I digress. That's a topic for another video. But let's go ahead and dive in first to Antoine. Now, Antoine is the A rank character that's going to be coming on Orphie's banner, and honestly, he's lackluster. As much as I love Alejandro Saab, he does very, very well with the voice acting, and is always fun to listen to, bro, like that type of stuff. His overall abilities are just not that great. His basic attack kind of coincides with his special in regards to getting that electro damage, or not electro, but electric damage out. And honestly, he just doesn't feel all that fun. He is an attack character as well. And again, attack characters just don't do as well. As you can see on the tier list here, we could see for attack characters, we have Antoine here right at the bottom. We have Corrin as well. And of course, Nekomata, which is very sad to see. But honestly, very much what I thought would happen. And then, of course, other attack characters, as we see with Soldier 11, Harumasa, and then we get up to the tier 1s. We see all the other attack characters, such as Anbi, Jane Doe, Seed, of course, being there. I always say like Yi Xuan and Zhu Yan. Zhu Yan right there, of course. Another attack character, Evelyn right here, and Hugo being the kind of gold standard of attack characters. So Antoine being an A rank attack character just kind of sucks because, well, Antoine's just not going to do that well. Now, again, I always tell people too that no matter what character you use, if you build them well, you could do very, very well with the character. And Antoine's no exception. I'm pretty sure that there are people out there that can make a very good Antoine. Hell, Anton. I've seen people build Billy as an attack character and do very solidly well. And especially with, you know, Manato coming out here pretty soon, I'm definitely going to say that it's a high possibility of A ranks doing very, very well. So Anton still, though, is going to get a thumbs down. I feel like the skill gap of learning Anton really hurts your chances of building a very good Anton. So that's just me. But on the other side of things, we have Lucy, which Lucy is a fire character of the support nature. And Lucy is actually very good when it comes to being able to be that support character that you absolutely need. We take a look at her special here when she uses her EX special attack, right? When we talk about this, recall a guard bore and launch it in a line drive. The guard bore will cause an explosion upon hitting enemies or walls, dealing massive fire damage. Character is invulnerable when using the skill. With enough energy, you can hold it and recall the guard bore and launch a fly ball. The guard bore will cause an explosion upon landing, dealing massive fire damage. And then when the skill hits an enemy, it triggers a quick assist, which you could switch into your next character, which is nice. It gives you a little bit of extra damage. We go into the chain attacks here, and when you go into the regular chain attack, Lucy jumps up and sends a guard bore at enemies in a large area, dealing massive fire damage. And when the skill hits, it can trigger another quick assist. So you're constantly getting those quick assists, which is fantastic. And then, of course, you get the ultimate walk-off home run. Launch all guard bores sequentially, I think I said that right, dealing massive fire damage in a large area to enemies ahead. While using the skill, other squad members recover 10 energy, and the next character to switch in gains an additional 20 energy, and also triggers a quick assist, which is fantastic because, again, you're getting more and more of the quick assist to gain that extra damage. That's why Lucy is considered one of the better 4-stars, and honestly, it's very crazy to see her down here instead of a little bit up here. I know that she was for a little bit on par with Nicole and Sokaku, but at the same time, as the metas grow, metas change, certain teams work better. We obviously know Jane Doe used to be right here down below at tier 2, just about to go in there, but once Yuzuha got introduced, she bumped up because she works very, very well. And that's what I like about this. It goes over the team comp changes. So Lucy, definitely still very good support character. I don't care what anybody says. I think that she is a must summon when it comes to making sure that you get her at her dream or mindscape, that's what it was. So overall, if you're looking to build Lucy, definitely deserve it. I still need to build mine, so I'm going to put in some time and effort probably this week or next week before I go to TwitchCon to really build up my Lucy, right? And of course, let's go ahead and talk about Orphie and Magus. Now, I'm using Loot Bar, of course. Loot Bar has been the one that actually kind of talks over the kits a little bit that I really, really like. So here's a little bit of a kit summarization that works pretty well. Orphie is a fire attack agent who excels at off-field damage, which is true. When Orphie is in the backup position, which means the second or third slot, special attack Flash of Corrosion is ready to use, and energy is greater than equal to 60. It will use 30 energy to cast EX special attack Crimson Vortex automatically. When the laser from the EX special attack heat charge hits enemies, all squad members gain zeroed in effect, and the zeroed in effect gives attack increases attack by 280. Now, why that's cool is because we've been getting a lot of these Aftershock characters, and we look at the tier list here. We have a bunch of Aftershock characters with Jufufu, obviously. We have I think, is Panyan Hu an Aftershock? I don't think Panyan Hu is Aftershock, but we do have Pulchra, we have Trigger, we have, I thought there was, yeah, there we go, Silver Soldier, Anby. So there's a bunch of different Aftershock characters, and Aftershock is something to really, really look into when you're building up your teams. I believe her best characters to work with, too, is like Trigger and probably an Anomaly DPS character or some sort of character in general, but she's going to do very, very well. We talk about the ultimate dance with fire when decibel rating is at maximum. We already know that. Perform a spinning attack forward, then fire a laser ahead, dealing fire damage. When leaping into the air, a quick assist will be triggered. If the quick assist is triggered, Orphie and Magus will extend the firing laser duration. Characters are invulnerable during this. When they go into quick assist, you can see dealing physical and fire damage. So she's going to be really, really good overall. She has this bottled up heat thing, which if you have your normal special attack, she's just going to do like a laser upwards. But if you get your bottled up heat all the way up, you could hold down your special attack and it does a like singular focus. However, I do feel that when it comes to her, the off-field position is going to be her best bet, especially being that she's going to give you that aftershock. So, but she's going to have to be on the field for a little bit. But she builds off also on energy regen. So you're going to want to build your Orphie and Magus to that energy regen kind of build, because that's going to give her more attack. Now, of course, does that make her a must summon? Well, not exactly. And the reason being is because I don't think that attack specialty characters are really in a good standing right now. I think that she will do fine alongside characters like Silver Soldier Anby, and maybe a Trigger as well to get that aftershock type of team going. So it could be very, very well. However, I don't think that you're going to be using her as a DPS character over an Evelynn, because Evelynn is just going to be amazing. And Evelynn is running alongside her. Evelynn is S tier and worth your summons when it comes to attack DPS specialty characters. And then not only that, but if you're going for a fire DPS character, you're not going to really need any not to say any, but you're not going to need too much of a crazy team if you're going to have somebody like Lighter as well. While Lighter is a stun character, he can dish out damage like crazy. And like I said, Evelynn doesn't really need anybody else to make her damage that great. I feel like with Orphie, like, she is going to be that off-field DPS character that you would like to have on a team, but is not necessarily needed for the fire type teams in general, especially if you got characters like Evelynn and Lighter. So that's going to be my take on it. But I would like to hear y'all's opinions. Do you think that Orphie is a must summon? Do you think I'm just crazy thinking that Orphie is just not needed? I'm definitely excited to see what's to come with the newer characters like Lucia and Midori, because they look pretty fun in general. So, but I digress. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out Gamer Subs. Use code Tyster for 10% off. Would love to hear y'all's opinions about this, because I feel like I might be just going a little bit insane. But that's going to be it. Love you guys to death. And as always, we'll catch you in the next video. Please take care and be safe.